Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we are on air. It is Fun Day Sunday, and it's Perspective Day. And perspective is, louvers have been on hot rods, I'm sort of guessing, but since the 50s. And, you know, if you're not hot rodding all the time, or hot rodder in heart and in brain. And the reason I say that, if you're not interested in it, you don't follow it, and you don't look at the history of things that what people have done and the things that you see. I take every hot rod that I see, I put it in perspective in my brain, and I say, wow, look what they did. So when it comes to this car here, when I put louvers on the trunk lid, I've seen many cars with louvers on the trunk lid, not quite exactly the same. I've seen many cars with louvers in the roof, not quite exactly the same, but there's many hot rods that I enjoy, and I think probably a lot of people enjoy, with history and in what they're doing, new hot rods that have louvers in them. Be surprising, people will pay quite a bit of money to have louvers put in their car. And that's sort of where I'm going with this car. In my brain, I've got a few things in the way here. We'll talk with that later. I got a few things in my brain with this thing. It can haul a motorcycle in the back. So to me, this person that is hauling a motorcycle in the back of this car probably has the race in his brain, or he wants his motorcycle to go where he needs to go. With the louvers in the roof, he does not care, or he is not going to drive this car in the rainy weather because he's not going to be able to race his motorcycle. This car is meant for a hot rodder for a nice day, going somewhere, maybe taking his motorcycle with him, and he's going hot rodding, or he's going racing, or he's doing something. Also, you must admit that there's not many 38 Ford cars around with louvers in the roof. There's probably none around with the 59 Jaguar roof connected on the top. So the people that call it a cheese grater and all that stuff, I want you to educate yourself and go on and check out some hot rods. Like there's so many hot rods that have louvers. 50, Merc 51 and 49 have louvered hoods. I've seen them with louvered trunk lids. Not sure if I've seen them with a louvered roof, but I can guarantee you one thing, there's many 49 to 51 Mercuries with louvers in them. And they are fantastic. There's no better probably hot rod in existence to mankind is a 51 to 49 Mercury. 32 Ford, 34 Ford. There's so many cars that look awesome that way. With this one here, the louvers were something that I went towards, and the reason I went towards it is because I had no patina paint to cover that trunk lid that left that hole where we put that trunk in. There was no panel that I could make out of the green patina paint that was that big. Also, with the roof, I did not have any patina white paint that I wanted to weld to the roof. So in actual fact, what I'm doing is any holes that I have in the car, which is the trunk lid, there was a big hole there where the motorcycle was, and the hole in the roof, I've used brand new metal. So I decided that other cars are allowed to punch louvers in their hood and their roof and that sort of stuff, and their trunk lid. So that's what I did. For those that watched yesterday, me put the panel on backwards. That's just me being real. That's basically all that is. And for us to take that video and delete it and throw it away and change it and then do this one, I'm a bigger person than that. I know that people make mistakes, and I made a boo-boo, basically. And if you make a mistake, just realize that everybody makes mistakes, and it happens all the time. All you have to do is take that mistake and learn from it as a lesson. With the trunk lid on the back, it did not matter which way we punched the louvers because it was square, I could turn it around. When it came to the roof, I could not turn it around. I had a V in the front for the window. I could not turn it around. The panel was made for the roof. I just kind of was going so quick about it. I was just thinking that I was punching louvers. I was going to put them in the roof, and that's all there was to it. But I learned my lesson, didn't I? I could not turn it around and make it go the other way because I had a panel on the roof. There's a few things that I learned yesterday. Straighten out all the panel all the way around before you try to apply it. So on this panel, I straightened out the back and made sure that was nice and straight and welded in there nice before I put it in there. On the front, I did not have the paint ready to start welding and going for, so there's another thing that I was not ready for. Also, there's one more thing I learned, that me and Jolene can louver 2 roofs in one day. That's what I learned, because we did that panel over there during the video, and then once the video went down, it was like, baby, will you help me do that again? So basically that's what I did. I put the ruler down, did another panel, and we put it in, and now it's in there. It is tacked in there. It's not continuously welded in there, but it's in there, and it looks, to me, fantastic. We might even louver the hood, and the reason being is this hot rodder that owns this car enjoys those louvers, if you know what I'm trying to say. Also, you cannot hate the player. You've got to hate the game. I'm just playing in a world where so many things have been done. I can take and choose whatever I want, just like you can, to apply to your car. So basically what I'm saying is, do it your way, because it's all been done before, no doubt in my mind. I'm not sure about the Jaguar roof, but there will be somebody else that will see that and like that, and they will go for it, because I've just, what I said, beat to your own drum, it shapes the world. Alrighty, enough of perspective. If you do not know that louvers are part of hot rodding, go on the internet and check it out. It'd be a good thing for you to teach yourself and learn and see other cars with louvers, what you like and what you don't like. If you don't like them at all, well, make sure you do not louver your car. But if you like them, there's so many different ways that it can be done, believe me. I went outside, today, I have to try to figure out the door tops. I have to weld the roof in, and I have to weld the trunk lid. But in all honesty, to take you through me welding that in and welding that in, I feel like we've done that many times. I might after a while, but today I want to try to get a door top on the car. I have the Jaguar glass that come off this roof. I know positively for sure this shape from here to down about here will fit that perfectly. And the reason I'm saying that is because that there belongs to that roof. No matter if it got to tilt down or if it's got to tilt back, this shape fits that. It's not as tall. We're about here probably somewhere. But this is something that can be used or could be used on the top of that. And the reason being is I can break that glass out or take that glass out, apply that, cut it up front. I can do all kinds of things there to make it work. Also, that is the back window of the Jaguar. We also have the back piece of the 2-door. If you can remember right, this was not a coupe. It was not a coupe. It was a 2-door. It had the window top, had a straight back on it here. I should get the other one. Let's go to the other side, sweetheart. And the reason, or do you want that side? Let's go to the other side. Watch your step, baby. Watch your step. Watch your step. I hope that you all enjoy that we showed you making the mistake. I hope that you enjoy that. And the reason being is you're allowed. It's not saying you're allowed. It's okay. It's okay. And the only thing that wasn't okay is that I had to muster it up and do it again. That's not what I didn't. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do it again when I already did it once. But you must realize that if something it doesn't go right, just fix it. You know, to say that you don't make mistakes or you don't do this or you don't get runs or you're whatever, you're talking to the wrong guy. I've made more mistakes than cod livers got oil pills. But this is the panel that was on it before. I just traced it and remade the lines again, and then we punched out a new one. Jolene did a fantastic job twice in one day. So we have the door top. The door top's right here. This is the door top. That's what it used to be. Now I've got a little bit of shape in the front that I can use, but in the back I think that we're forked. If you know what I'm trying to say, we're forked. But I do have the back window and the trunk lid that was on the car originally. So that was the post there, that was the back window there, And now we have the roof welded on the bum there. So this piece is that we saved over from the back window. I'm looking at this shape right here. Looks fantastic. Looks fantastic. I do not know if it fits or not though, but we are going to do some slicing and dicing on Fun Day Sunday and see if we can't get a door top put on that. The door top I would like to make, I'd like to make it as nice as possible. Let's face it, I can close these off. You know, I can move this back and close that off. Yes, I can. I can close that off. We can have no door top. As far as that goes, you have to have a door top. Have something to the window to go up into. We could have something there. There's a channel right there that it go up and lay against. It could. There's many things you can do, but in all honesty, I think I'd like to have the door top on it. I think I would, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play with it. It's Fun Day Sunday. If it does not prevail and come out exactly right, we will show you that too. And the reason being is, why not? I think everybody deserves to know the truth of the matter. Let's get a little measuring tape going here. Just for the first thing this morning. It's Fun Day Sunday. I'm not going to go real quick about things. I'm just going to go easy. So I have a point right there, and it looks to me about 5.5. We'll say 5 3/4 would be nice. So all I'm going to do is, I'm going to have to get a marker. First thing this morning, I got to get a marker. When I take them down to the house, sometimes they don't come back. This part here is not a door. It's part of the roof. You can see that it's all open when you come in here and look at it. It's all open. It's all been cut and cut off the vehicle, and we saved it. So from that point, that would be the point that I measure back there. We're talking, I don't want to cut it too shy, so we'll cut it at 6. And I'm just going to cut it up here for now. And then we'll deal with it after. Tape measure's not the best one. Let's cut it. Hopefully I can get a door top put on this bad boy. Hopefully. Right now, would you? Easton? Yeah. Not gonna need that. Not gonna need that. A window channel there. All right, we got, what have we got? I've got everything hitting on the inside. If you want to come over this side, that does not even work close. You know, if you know what I'm trying to say, all that stuff up in there does not even work close at all. Not even close at all. This has to come down, and that has to be changed. This part here, I don't think is for the faint of heart. It's kind of, it is what it is. It's going to see where I'm going to cut this. This piece here, right here, is too aggressive. We're up too high. Like, I like this shape here, but this piece here is way, if you look at this side and that side, that piece is way up in there, and that's not going to work on that. So, I'm going to cut that off. Where to cut it off, that's another thing. I can always weld it back on. I hope you realize that. We can weld it back on. If I cut it up here, it might get a little bit closer. I still don't think that it's even going to be close after that. Alright, let's just keep dissecting it, I guess. How far am I going to go with that bad boy? Looks pretty good all the way, doesn't it? Like it really does. Like the shape of the top of this part here looks good all the way up. where do I want to cut it? Cut this piece off. We'll keep every piece. I just want to release that inside structure so I can maybe get it in there. Don't want to bark it up too much, I don't think. I probably should have something down and lay it on, so I'm not barking it up, but it is what it is. This piece here is not like that other one, so we're going to cut this right here. See what happens. I'm going to release that right here. I'm going to cut that off. And the reason I'm going to cut that off right there, you can see how thick it gets there. I'm saying that the thickest part should be up here, but we'll cut it off up here in case we need it, but I do not need this piece. Not right yet, I don't. Now, the inside construction is basically not hitting right at the present moment, but there's a lot else that is. You can see I'm trying to fit this in there right at the present moment, and you can see all this metal right here is not going, it has to come down, so I'm going to have to cut this. This roof, this Jaguar roof, is leaned forward. And the reason being is when we put that back window in, I could not lay that back window straight down because it stood straight up. So that tells me that that back window is laid down. On the original car, I'm thinking that the roof was up higher in the front and came back, but we have the back. I just know that the roof is laid forward. We had to cut some out in here to get that to come forward and get it come down. So I know that this shape is going forward to the original car. And this shape is going down. If I put that in there, we're way down there. I don't have enough. I want enough shape. I want this shape right here is what I'm hoping. Ooh, see what I did? Probably shouldn't have done that. See where I cut that shy there? See where I measured from there to there? I probably shouldn't have done that in case I have to bring it back like that. Right? And then I haven't got that anymore. I've got a little piece there, but just trying to get that in there. Let's do that. Let's put this like this. Get my marker for a second. some more off this. Just gonna cut some more off the front of it. We'll do the inside piece first. I'll leave that there. I can cut that off after. Okay. Now, I keep throwing that marker down, and that's not the thing to do. What I'm putting on is the inside construction here. I'm setting it on this. So the inside construction is going on where it fits the roof. That's where that inside construction is. Do I want the door top like that? See, that door top is fairly, I have to remind myself, if I stick it up like that, this is going to have to be cut off here. You can see how that is only up a little ways. When I shove this up in here, it means I'd have to cut my door top off up here. So that door top would be quite thin, but I like the size of the window. It's kind of, what I said, half a dozen, one or the other. And basically what I need to know is what I want to do to make it work. If I bring it down, if I put, this is the door top, just looking at this door top here, seeing what kind of door top I'm gonna have. Watch it, sweetheart. Let's do this. Let's make the door top like the same shape as the top as this. If I take, I'm just going to eye this up. You can see here that this is the thickness of the door top. So I'm probably going to use this door top on the front because it fits on the front. This door top doesn't fit in the back. So I'm going to try to, no, not try, I'm going to put the exact same, my marker gave up on me. We want to use the exact same height on the door top, I'm thinking. Don't want to cut the back off yet because I don't know. But in all honesty, I think that I could cut that off. Let's just do this. I'm just going with the seems like the same distance going along there, just doing it by eye. Don't know if that works or not. Probably could cut a little more off the front. And then I could take this line here and I could set it underneath of that. And then I would have something that looks better. I just don't want to cut too much out of here. I see I'm already wrong on the back here. I better not cut that. I'm going to cut a little bit of this though. fits that nice. Doesn't it, baby? What did I do? What did I do? Okay. Let's continue with this. And too bad. Not the greatest, but see how that drip rail molding would. Okay, we're gonna go with that right there. That fits that drip rail molding. That's where I'm gonna leave. We're gonna have to put a little piece in there. So now I'm just gonna continue on and try to get that shape. Can't see. Get my head out of there without losing my ears. Did I get the right shape, sweetheart? Me neither. That looked good though. I'm going to cut it a little bit beyond this one. I got a mark inside. I think I took the marker and traced it up through here. I think I did. See what happens. I hope I don't ruin it. But it looks like it's going right. All right, man. Good, good, good. Okay, we got that. Just gonna keep marking away here. Trying to keep this with the drip rail molding, because I'm thinking that the drip rail molding is the exact same shape as the underneath of the drip rail molding. That's what I'm thinking. Now, we can cut that off right there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the old louvering game has been around for a long time, I'm thinking. Left that piece on there. That fits good. I got a little tab on that piece right there. I can stick on there. So let's pull that. Goes underneath there. Now, I've got that going underneath there. That fits good. Let's do this. In order to get that underneath there, I have to... I don't want to really cut any more off of this piece here. I don't really cut any more because I think that I can cut a little bit more off, but not. I don't want to cut much anymore. So what I'm thinking is this has to be angled to bring this down. That's what I'm thinking. I'll bring that down. That'll take that away from that. That can come back some. Let's pull this out and bring it back some. All right, I'm going to cut some more of this off up here. And the reason I'm going to cut more of that up because it's not giving me a true read there. sort of going slow here because I have something that's close. I do, but yet so far away. That fits underneath there. If I bring that down. Now, marker. You can see, in order for me to make that fit, I have to take some off this here. Get my glasses back on. I don't know if I like the idea of taking a little bit out of here, but in all honesty, I have to take it out to get it in there because it's not the exact same shape. That's not too bad. This here is fitting. I can angle that at any point in time. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. But to angle that, to bring that down, I don't think that's the right choice right at the present moment. I think it'd be better for me to get this line all fitting the drip rail molding, and that way there. Just take that little bit off. Let's try that. Which black mark am I thinking about? So, for 1 minute, don't think this is set in stone. I'm actually going for it in front of your very eyes just because I want to see what I can make it look like. And if I don't like it, you know what I do. Exact same thing as the roof. I change it. All right. We have a piece there. Now I have this little piece on the end that I cut off. Where's that little piece at? Where'd I cut that off? Right there. There's that little piece. There's that little piece. That is my little piece that I'm going to put in here to make. That'd be a hard little piece to make, but that'll fit on there nicely. Let's take and do this. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to cut this down like that. Is it long enough? No, let's cut it like that. Make it look nicer. Too much. Just want to shove it on there some more, that's all. It's got a little too high. I got a little too high. Don't want to cut too much of that off. I'll be some mad at myself. That's going to go in too far if I cut. Let's go up. Let's. Nope, I have to get some of, I have to take some of this top off to get that in there. And I just have to decide, I got more marks on it. Okay, this is what you can see as I got it shoved in there. There's the mark where this point ended, where I marked right here. There's a little point right there, goes back there. So to get that off, I'm thinking that I have to get up in there somewhere. I just want a nice transition, that's all. These little pieces here are the ones that'll make you or break you. Are we done, sweetheart? Is that look good enough? Probably not. I'm going to take and cut a little bit off this. No, still not doing the trick. Let's do this. Get a hammer. I don't want one to go. I think I just cut it off up further where I cut it off, that's all. I think I just got to cut it off more, that's all. Patina! Hey, now we're talking. Get my glove right there. We can get that down in there a little bit, get a nice, I'm going to stick that in there if I can. Stick it inside the door so it'll stay. Come on, baby. Just trying to stick it in there so it can stay there. Ah! You can see how I can get that manipulated in there. I think I can bang that up a little bit, sand a little bit off the bottom of it, but I can get that put in there to help the situation. Let's let it set there for a second. Around. Let's take this off for a minute. This piece here is coming in from that piece. We've chopped the roof. I'm going to take a piece of tape and tape that up there so it stays there. And like I said before, things can change at any point in time. I could go in a different direction or whatever, but this is what I want to do first thing this morning, is to try this out. I'm thinking that I want more off the front to get that in there. I just don't like how thick it is right there. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But in order to get that, that'll come down some. That's where it fits its best, when it's up like that. But I don't think I want it. I don't want to cut that much off it, to be honest, but you see how it's not, see the drip rail molding's working here, but it's not working up front. That means I had to come down there more and take more off. Just not sure yet. Let's take this off. Let's just leave it there for a second. Let's try to get this piece to work. You can see we chopped it, I think 4 inches or 2 pieces of tape. From here to there, is right about there, that's going to go right back on, no problem whatsoever. It's going to work. But where we bring the roof down, it's going to be angled different. Let's do this. Take this off. Set this aside for a minute. Let's put this piece on up to here because we know we've got that piece to go that far. Let's see if we can get this put together. So, and it's not going to go back in. You can see me laying that back on there. It's good there, but it's not good right here. It's going to hit. What I'm thinking I want to do, I'm just wondering if I should chop it and put it back together and then cut it. Or should I just slice it and then bend it? Because I can slice it and bend it. I can cut a lot, 3/4 of it, have it still put together, and just keep taking metal away from it and bend it. I can do that. Or I can chop it all the way off, take 4 inches out of it, and weld it back together and hope it fits. Well, it will fit, it's just the roof is totally different also. Let's chop it off. I'm going to make a mark. I have to throw that pen out again, it's in my pocket. Stuff, you know, this right here, what I'm doing right now, right at the present moment, I don't think there's anything that I'm showing somebody that, you know, that's what they need to know. I'm not showing them anything, I don't think, other than me trying to make it work. Basically, I'm gonna get some tape. Good way to chop your car is with tape. And the reason I say it's a good way is because it's pretty, what can I say? Pretty easy to grab 2 pieces of tape. If I was to measure that, where would I measure to cut? I'm just going to cut that off. Now there's different ways of making this work, I guess. I can try to make an inside construction for the piece that we made in the back. I can try to do that. Jolene suggested that I can weld this top piece to the car, which I can, and have the doors open. I can do that. But there's many different ways to go about this. And I'm going to go with the way that works the easiest, probably, and looks the best for the easiest, I guess. That's what I'm thinking. I have these pieces from the car. I'm going to try to use them. I've actually many times have taken square stock, 3/4 inch or whatever, and put it straight down inside the door, and make the top of the doors with square stock. I've done that on the 40 Plymouth. I've done that on Elvis. I've done that on quite a few cars. And then you can take your bad Chad flexible chrome and go on the top of it. I'm not interested in putting any bad Chad flexible chrome on this car. And the reason being is I've got this car, it looks pretty old school, and I don't want to go and do that. I want to keep it the way it looks and use the metal that I have to make it. Guaranteed it's going to fit. Guaranteed. So there's where it goes. We got 4 inches out of it now. Now we can get that one that fits. And I'm going to cut, where am I going to cut that bad boy? Now, I only have this distance here, which is on the same distance as this. I only have that distance, it's right to there. Let's mark that distance. Let's mark that distance. I'm going to cut it right there. I guess. See what happens. Cut a little tip off that. Just draw that. Do I want to do that? Or do I bring it back here? I think what I'm going to do is, I can cut it back here and hope it goes up in there, but I'm just going to cut that tit out first. A little tip there. Nope. That way. Let's do that. I've got 3 lines. I'm going to choose one. All right, this is what I'm going to just show you exactly what I'm doing. I've got 1 line, cuts the tip of it off, gets me up that much further, but it still does not make me fit. This one here will be shy down here. Once this straight line here will be shy, once I put it up, it'll be shy down here because I cut more off. If I go from that point here, where the tip was, and cut it this way, then I'll still have 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch there. So the more I have, the better. Hoping and praying. Here we go. So we have our roof back together. If we were chopping it, that's what I would have had to do. So that can all be welded back together, butt welded back together, fits perfect. Now, when I put that on, that comes in straight. So basically I am going to cut that. Gives me more metal though, you must admit. If I cut that off. No, I'll leave that for now. Just going to tape it there. It's hard to deal with all this stuff. Do. Come on, baby. I'm going to take that on there, see if I can help hold it. Yeah, come off of there, it should stay there. Probably an 1/8 down though. And the reason we're an 1/8 down is because the grinder chewing through it. Maybe I can tape it together. Think that'll hold it, sweetheart? Maybe I can tape it together. This piece goes here. It's where we chopped it. Yeah, just want to hold that. Now I got this piece back here. Yeah, you can see if I want to put that together. Right there. Look over top here. It's on quite an angle. Okay. Let's try it. Nope, not far enough ahead yet. Not far enough ahead. Okay. See, we got to come ahead some. Just kind of pull us back. Back. I want to get that in there. Now, I probably prefer to slice this one because that's such a harsh cut. I probably prefer to slice that one than this one. You know, that just makes that come back so hard. That just goes forward a little bit. That's the one I want to cut right there. Now let's just... see if I can hold that on there and cut that and fall and everything. It's going to do a whole bunch of stuff is what it's going to do. I'm going to draw that right now. Let's do this. Make that come together, hopefully. Not that line, and not that line, of that line. I always like 3 so I can guess. Tape holds pretty good. Bet you I put that out in the water in the rain, it'd probably stay. Alrighty. Stand back, take a look. Man, we're cooking with gas. That looks good, don't it? Or I think it does. Awesome. So, in my just gentle opinion, that doesn't look bad at all. I need to, this needs to come off, obviously. It needs to come off. It needs to be thinned out all the way down to make that fit. Or, no, it fits here, so I think I'd leave that there. I think I'm going to cut this down. And that would have to be cut down right back to here to get underneath that. Put my glasses on. Put your glasses on, Hiltz. That's what I'm thinking. We'd leave the line before I put it back on. Leave the line. All right, let's do it. Where are we at? 55. I'll cut that one line. We'll put it back on. See what happens. You know just as well as I do, if I left that tape out in the rain, it would make that hole better. Yeah. Too funny. He's a funny man. I left the line so I can sand some if I have to sand anything. I left the line. You can still see the black marker. Hey, come on down. Come on down. The price is right. All right. You can see I have to come down some more. Alrighty, there's where I'm at, making a door top. I got this little tiny piece, this little tiny piece here. We might as well put this little bad boy in. It's going to fit in there to make it look better. We'll make it look the best we can. We want a nice roll up all the way around there. We want it to do a nice bend there. This here drip rail molding, obviously this is going to have to be cut down and rounded there. So that drip rail molding is going to have to go back on. I cut that off, and I wished, well, it doesn't matter if I cut it off or not. I still would have had to cut it off to fix a little bit in there. I got to cut this off to fix in there and get that all welded up in there. And then we'll replace and put that drip rail molding back on. We have some. I didn't throw it all away. I've got some. And then we can put that back on there. All I have to do now is find out whether I'm going to not sure what I'm going to do yet. But you can see that I have made a door top from the back window, and the door top. We've got something there, you know, it obviously could be made into it. It's going to have to need some more work, that's for sure. But we're basically going to just keep rocking and rolling it. You can see how it's kind of got like a there. And it's got a there. Well, that would be straightened out with your marker. That would be straight, you know, made round with the marker and then cut. And then we make the roof fit the nice shape. Back here, we will not apply this piece until it feels good, basically. All right, everybody, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. I thank you very much. Check out some louvered cars. You might like them yourself. You never know. But I can tell you one thing. They're few and far between. They're hard to get for someone to punch you a bunch of holes. You know, only a certain amount of people have them. And I know who has them are the true hot rodders. Them are the people that have them or are able to do them. There's a door top from the pieces from the car. We are going to sit back and take a look at it, see whether we like it or not. I'll have to do the exact same thing on the other side if I want to. I still have the Jaguar window over there. I still can cut that, bust that glass out, because the glass is not going to work inside that. Bust that glass out. Or I could open the door and try to jam it down in there. It's not going to come all the way, but there's another thing too, right? It could have like a little tiny, I could bring a bar down there and have like a little tiny vent window there if I wanted to. If it came far enough ahead. But anyways, have a great day, everybody. I appreciate it. You come back tomorrow and we'll do something else. I'm not sure if we'll be welding it in or what we'll be doing, but there's something going on for sure. Thanks for following along. Thanks for buying the Hiltz gear. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments. I hope that you appreciate that we are real. And to be honest with you, I hope that the young people that are watching understand that it's okay to make mistakes. We have to, like, as a society, if anybody gets on and tries to go forward, there's so many people that want to take them down. And that stops people that are really talented from showing you what they can do and what they can't do. And I'm hoping that me making mistakes on camera in front of you let you know that you can do the exact same thing and not worry about what anybody says, because you are human. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.